Hi everybody, this is Algebra 2, Lesson 18, and this lesson is about ratio word problems. So first we're going to talk about ratios. And a ratio is just like a fraction. So we could say that the ratio of 3/4 means 3 to 4. And when we turn that into a portion, we set it equal to something else. So 3/4 is the same as 15 over 20. It's different by the same amount, okay? So these are proportional. And to solve these, we can cross multiply, so we can prove that this is true by multiplying 3 times 20 should be equal to 4 times 15. And if we multiply this out, we would see that that's 60, and 4 times 15 is 60. So we can cross multiply to solve missing parts of ratios. And you guys have probably done that before. So these are ratio word problems. And the first example is the ratio of Arabian horses to mixed breed horses in the herd was 2 to 17. If there are 380 horses in the herd, how many are Arabians? All right, so to do this, we're going to use a ratio box. So you're just going to draw a little tic-tac-toe board. And over here, we're going to put words or one letter to represent our objects that we're counting. And here we're going to put our ratio. And here we're going to put the actual number. Can't spell actual. We'll just write number. Okay? Alright, so in this first line, we're talking about they've got Arabian horses, so we'll use an A for that, and mixed breed horses, so we'll use an M for that. And then down here, we're going to have the total horses in the entire herd. And then we're just going to fill in numbers. So on the ratio, it says Arabians to mixed breeds was 2 to 17. So I know 2 represents the Arabians because that came first. It said Arabians to mixed breeds 2 to 17. So our 17 goes there. And then the total number would be 19. Now it tells us there are 380 horses in the herd. So that's our total number of horses in the herd. And it wants us to find how many Arabians were in the herd. So that means we're going to be looking for that one right there. Number of Arabians. Okay? We could represent that with an X if you want. Okay? Or we could represent it with an A. I like to use the number that we're looking for, so I'm going to say A. Alright, so then we're not going to be using this. We'll cross out the one with the missing information. So our ratio is 2 to 19 equals A to 380. Do you see how I just took these numbers from here, 2 to 19? I need Arabians to total, which is 2 to 19. And I know my total is 380, so I'm trying to find the number of Arabians. And there is my ratio that I'm going to use, my proportion I'm going to use. So now I'm just going to cross multiply. I'm going to say 2 times 380 equals 19A. And then to solve this, I have to divide by 19. Actually, I have to multiply first. Yeah. So 2 times 380 is 760. It's 19A. And then we divide by 19. And that comes out to Arabians equals 40. Okay, so that's the answer, 40. Alright, so just set up your little tic-tac-toe box and then put all your values in there. We'll try another one. This one says, that we're on page 90, and this is 18.2. It took 600 kilograms of sulfur to make 3,000 kilograms of the new product. How many kilograms of the other materials will be required to make 4,000 kilograms of the new compound? So I'm going to make my little tic-tac-toe box. And I'm going to say we've got sulfur, other materials, and then our new compound. So if we add sulfur to our other materials, we get our new compound. We're just adding these together. This is basically the same thing as total. Okay? Added together to get a total. And we had 600 kilograms of sulfur to make 3,000 kilograms of the new compound. how many kilograms of other materials are required to make 4,000 kilograms of the new compound? It's given us 4,000 kilograms for our new compound. Okay? Right here, we're going to have to subtract to figure out what this is, because 600 plus something makes 3,000. That's going to be 3,000 minus 600. And we're going to get 2,400. So if we added 2,400 plus 600, we would get 3,000. We're going to come up with another compound, another new compound, and this says how many kilograms of other materials are required to make 4,000. So our M needs to go there, and we're not going to be using that because it's not asking us how much sulfur we need to make our new product. It's asking us how much other materials we need to make our new product. So we're going to have our ratio of 2,400 over 3,000 equals M over 4,000. Okay, see how that works? Now we could reduce this ratio pretty easily. We could say 24 over 30 equals M over 4,000. And we could reduce that again. We could say 12 and 15 equals M over 4,000. You don't necessarily have to do that. It might make it easier, though, to deal with the numbers. We'll do it both ways. All right, so we would have 2,400 times 4,000 equals 3,000 M. And we could go ahead and divide right here by 3,000 without even multiplying first. And then we could reduce by lopping off those zeros. And then we could say 3 times 8 is 24, so this would be 800 times 4. 8 times 4 is 32. 3,200 equals M. Or let's try it the other way. We'll reduce. We said 12 over 15 equals M over 4,000. And we would get, if we cross multiplied, 12 times 4,000 equals 15M. And then if we multiply this out, 12 times 4 is 48,000 equals 15M. Divide by 15 on both sides, and we're going to come out with the same answer. M is going to equal 3,200. Actually, this way ended up being easier. All right, that's all the examples they give you on that. The next part is similar triangles. All right, so if we have two triangles whose angles are all the same, but they're different sizes, these are triangles that look the same. So this one has 3 tick marks, and there are 2 on that one, and this one has 1. And then if we had another one that was bigger, this means this angle is the same as that angle. This angle is the same as that one, and this one is the same as that one. These are called similar triangles. They look the same, they have the same proportions, but they're different sizes. One's been scaled up. All right, so they're going to give us two triangles that are similar. That. And then a smaller one. And they're going to give us some dimensions on this one and this one, and we're going to have a y and an x. Now we know that this angle right here, its corresponding side would be its opposite side, and this angle, its opposite side would be there, and this angle, its opposite side would be there. So that means that there's going to be, if there's a scale factor between, if these angles are the same, that means there's a scale factor between these side lengths, so they're proportional. So it's just like when we have that and we use the scale factor to figure out what one compared to the other is. This, we're going to use the scale factor here. So we're going to say we know this number and this number. And we're going to say 4 times the scale factor. So we scaled it down. We took the same triangle and we shrunk it down, times the scale factor, equals 3. So 4 times something made us have this value of 3. So we're going to divide by 4, and we're going to get the scale factor is 3 over 4. Okay, so if we want to find 5, we want to find x, it's correspondent to 5 right here. So we can say 5 times our scale factor, which is 3 over 4. We can make that be 5 over 1, equals x. Okay, so we scaled this down by the same amount that we scaled that down, which is 3/4. And 3 times 5 is 15 over 4 equals x. And you can just leave the answer like that. Okay. Now we want to find y, and that corresponds to 7. So 7 times our scale factor, which is 3 over 4, equals y. So we just multiply. 3 times 7 is 21 over 4 equals y. And that's the answer to that one. So just figure out your scale factor and then multiply your sides times the scale factor. All right. They don't have any more examples, so go ahead and do the practice problems, and I'll come back and do them for you. Just pause the video. Okay, hopefully you've done these practice problems, and I'm going to go ahead and work them for you. All right, so A, the ratio of malefactors to good guys was 3 to 11. If 350 individuals were investigated, how many were malefactors? All right, so we're going to make our tic-tac-toe. And we've got malefactors, let's see, malefactors to good guys. And then we have our total. And it said the ratio of malefactors to good guys was 3 to 11. And so if we add 3 and 11, we would get 14 is our total. If 350 individuals were investigated, how many were malefactors? Well, the number investigated would be our total, so that's 350 for our total. And they want to know how many were malefactors, so M is the one we're looking for. So we're going to be using these and these. We're not going to use that. Okay? So we're going to have 3 over 14. I pulled the numbers from here. Malefactors to total will be 3 to 14. And we know our total is 350. So equals 350 over M. Malefactors is what we're looking for. Okay, so now we're going to cross multiply, and we're going to say 3 times 350 equals 14m. And we'll just multiply that out. 350 times 3. We'll get 1050 equals 14m. And then we divide by 14. And that's going to be 75. Let's see, 7 times 4 is 28. 7, 8, 9, 98. 15 minus 8 minus 50, 70. 75. So M equals 75. And you guys can use a calculator on these. Alright, so that was A, 75. Alright, let's do B. It took, okay, before I even do anything, I'm trying to draw my tic-tac-toe. Alright, it took 800 kilograms of sulfur to make 4,000 kilograms of the new compound. How many kilograms of other material will be required to make 5,000 kilograms of the new compound? Okay, so I'm going to have sulfur, other material, and our new compound. 800 kilograms of sulfur made 4,000. And then it's asking us how many of the other material is going to make 5,000. Okay, so then we have to figure out what goes in this blank right here.
because we don't have anything that we can do. Sulfur is out. We're not going to be using that one. So 800 plus something makes 4,000. So that means we got to do 4,000 minus 800. And we're going to get 3,200. 3,200. So there is our proportion right there, which will be 30. It will be other materials to new compound. It was going to be 3,200 to 4,000. And then our M over 5,000. Now, if we wanted to reduce this, we could. We could say 32 over 40 equals M over 5,000. And then we're going to cross multiply, so we're going to say 32 times 5,000 equals M times 40. We'll write that the other way. 40M. So there's our equation. And now we have to divide by 40. We could multiply first, but I think it's going to be easier if we do it this way, because 32 and 40, let's see. Nope, we're going to multiply first. Let's do that first. So we've got alright, 32 times 5,000. Actually, we'll put that on the bottom. 32 is 5. 1, 2, 3. Times 2 is 10. 3 times 5 is 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4. Equals 40M. Okay, now we just have to divide by 40. Okay, these cancel. We can cancel off one of those zeros. And then 4 times 4 is 16. So that would mean 4,000 equals M. So M is equal to 4,000. Okay, so that was B. Alright, and we'll do the last one, which is C. And C gives us two triangles. Okay, and this is 6, 5, and 4. And then it gives us a similar triangle, but bigger, 9, A, and B. And it says this one is congruent to that one, and this one is congruent to that one, and the top is congruent to the top, is equal to the top. That means the triangles are congruent. So 9 goes to 4. So first thing we're going to do is find the scale factor. So 4 times the scale factor is going to be equal to 9. I like to shorten that down to 4s equals 9. And then I'm going to divide by 4. And I'm going to say s equals 9 over 4. So there's my scale factor, is 9 over 4. I'm going to write that up here. Scale factor equals 9 over 4. Okay, so that means I had to multiply 4 times 9 over 4 to get 9. Okay, so now to find A, I'm going to multiply my scale factor times 5. It's going to tell me what A is. So A equals 9 over 4 times 5 over 1. 9 times 5 is 45. 4 times 1 is 4. A equals 45 over 4. For B, I'm going to multiply my scale factor times 6. See how those are corresponding sides there. Because this has 3 and that has 3, and that's opposite that side. Okay? Alright, so B equals 6 over 1 times 9 over 4. This one we can cancel. We'll get 2 and we'll get 3. 3 times 9 is 27, so B equals 27 over 2. Alright, that's it for the practice problems for that one. There will be another video for lesson 19.